Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Think you know everything about the Marvel Universe? You've seen every movie, read the comics, and can name every member of the original Avengers. But what if I told you there are still secrets lurking in the shadows of the multiverse? Today, we're unmasking 15 facts that might just surprise even the most dedicated superfans. So, grab your popcorn, and let's dive in. Let's start with a big one. Did you know that the iconic web shooters weren't always Peter Parker's invention? In Sam Raimi's early 2000s Spider-Man trilogy, his webs were organic, a biological part of his spider bite mutation. It was until The Amazing Spider-Man in the MCU that we returned to the classic comic book canon of Peter being a scientific genius who engineered the devices himself. Speaking of heroes, Captain America's shield hasn't always been round. In his very first appearance back in 1941, Cap wielded a triangular, badge-shaped shield. It was quickly changed to the circular discus we know and love to avoid any resemblance to a rival publisher's character. Imagine Thor trying to bounce Mjolnir off that. Now for a little legal drama. Marvel couldn't use the word mutant in their films because the rights belonged to another studio. This is why Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch had their origins altered for Avengers. Age of Ultron. They were referred to as enhanced individuals who gained their powers from the Mind Stone, a clever workaround for a tricky rights issue. Ever wonder about Groot's vocabulary? While he only seems to say, "I am Groot," actor Vin Diesel received a special script. It contained the English translation for every one of Groot's lines so he could understand the emotional context and deliver the perfect inflection for each scene. Talk about dedication. Let's talk villains. The fearsome Venom symbiote was actually created by a fan. Back in the 80s, a fan named Randy Schueller submitted an idea for an all-black Spider-Man suit. Marvel's editor-in-chief loved the concept, bought the idea for a couple $100, and the rest is history. That simple fan design evolved into one of Spidey's most terrifying foes. Here's a fun one. Doctor Strange wasn't the first Sorcerer Supreme. That title belongs to Agamotto, the very being who created the Eye of Agamotto. The title has been passed down through millennia, making Stephen Strange just the latest in a very long, very mystical line of Guardians. What about our favorite raccoon? Rocket wasn't originally a Guardian of the Galaxy. He debuted in a 1970s comic as a guardian of an interstellar asylum for the criminally insane. His backstory was much darker before James Gunn reimagined him as the wisecracking. Genetically engineered rogue we adore. Believe it or not, Thor's mighty hammer Mjolnir isn't unique. In the comics, there's another hammer called Stormbreaker, which was forged for Beta Ray Bill after he proved himself worthy of lifting Mjolnir. The MCU combined these concepts. Having Stormbreaker created for Thor himself in Infinity War, did you know the Hulk was originally supposed to be gray? A printing press issue in his debut comic caused his skin color to come out in inconsistent shades, so Stan Lee made a simple choice: make him green. It was easier to print consistently and became the Hulk's signature look forever. And let's not forget the powerhouse Captain Marvel. In her original comic run, she was known as Ms. Marvel, and her powers were initially derived from the Kree hero, Mar-Vell. She went through several name changes and costume updates before finally taking on the mantle of Captain Marvel and becoming the cosmic hero we see today. Here's a deep cut. Dazzler, the mutant with the ability to convert sound into light, was originally created as a cross-promotional character with a record label. The plan was to create a real-life pop star to go along with the comic book hero, complete with an album and even a movie. The project fell through, but Dazzler remained a fan-favorite X-Men member. Ever notice the number A113 popping up in animated films? This isn't just a Marvel thing, but it appears in the Avengers on a monitor screen. A 113 is the number of the animation classroom at the California Institute of the Arts, where many famous animators from Pixar and other studios got their start. It's a sweet little Easter egg from animators to their mentors. How about Iron Man's armor? The famous red and gold color scheme wasn't the original design. Tony Stark's first suit, built in a cave from a box of scraps, was a bulky gray metallic shell. He later refined it and added the hot rad red paint job to make it a little friendlier and more heroic to the public. Next up, the name Avengers was a last-minute decision. In the comics, the team assembles to fight Loki, and it's the Wasp who spontaneously suggests the name, saying it sounds dramatic. There was no grand plan. It was just a spur-of-a-moment idea that stuck for decades. Finally, Stan Lee's famous cameos almost didn't happen. His first live-action appearance was as a jury foreman in the 1989 TV movie, The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. It was so well received that it became a beloved tradition, a way for the creative father of Marvel to watch over the worlds he helped build. And that's a wrap. How many of these did you already know? Let me know your favorite obscure Marvel fact in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the archives of Marvel, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.